Hey guys, this is Ryan from Shooter 1721, and today we're doing the Tomahawk Showdown. We got a bunch of sweet tomahawks. This one's from SOG. I absolutely love this. Let's do this. All right, here's a quick rundown of the tomahawks that we have today. The first one is the Condor TRT.
Tactical Rescue Tomahawk. Then we also have the SOG Tactical. And then we have an Estwing Black Double
Bit Axe.
SOG Wicked Tactical Double Head.
Sounds like a good time.
I know. Cold Steel Trench Hawk. And then we also have the Cold Steel Bad Axe. So we're going to give these all a run down the test and see how they throw and see distance wise and what kind of balance they have. And Shooter 1721, the Conestoga Ninja, are going to roll on this, and let's see how they turn out today.
Let's do it. All right, this is the Condor TRT we're looking at right now. This is a very unique design. It is one solid piece of steel, and that is something I absolutely love when I'm dealing with something that I'm going to throw using combat or even use for survival. These are key things you need to look at. Is one solid steel piece is a lot better than a two-piece style.
Yeah.
I mean, there are companies out there that do a phenomenal job with that two-piece style, and we'll get into that later. But right now, we're going to take a look at the Condor TRT and see how it fares as a throwing weapon.
I agree. As I took a look at it, and I saw that it has a great amount of weight, so that means we're going to get some penetration. Also, if you can look straight down here and just see, like he was saying about the one solid piece, it is a heavy steel with some paracord to reinforce it. So you got some paracord if you need that for emergency use. And we're going to give it a couple tests as far as throwing and see how it works out for us.
All right, let's do this.
All right. First up, Conestoga Ninja here. We're gonna give this a shot. I know we got a lot of weight in the handle, so we're gonna see how it penetrates with the weight it has behind it. And we are throwing. It looks to be, I'm gonna say, a good 10 yards. We have a 10-yard throw right now. Well, looks like we got good penetration. We actually, yeah, I would say we got great penetration. We had about that much in a 2x6 pine, but it pretty much damaged this really, really well. So as far as a throwing tomahawk, I think it's a, what would you say, a multi-purpose?
I would personally say that if I was going to do survival or I was going to put this in my bug out bag, this is going to be my top choice. We can throw it, but long-term use, you can, I mean, make a shelter. You can chop wood with this thing all day long and not worry about breaking the handle or anything like that. So for the TRT, I think this is one of the best bug out bag tomahawks money can buy right here. That's what I have to say about them as far as it being a throwing tomahawk. The weight of the handle itself, how'd you feel about the weight?
I felt like the weight, as like you said, to be a multi-purpose tool, absolutely, but as a throwing tomahawk, it was way off on balance when it was rotating, I could tell.
Yeah.
So as far as a throwing tomahawk, I am going to have to say out of 5, I'm going to go with a 2.5.
I'm going to have to go with a 2. I mean, it made me look like a fool when I was trying to throw it, and I'm half decent with a tomahawk, so it could be user error. I mean, there might be somebody out there that can pick this up and throw it no problem. Leave that for the comment section. So, yeah, but this was definitely fun. Let's go look at some of the other tomahawks we got and get back to it. All right, now we're going to look at the SOG Tactical. I absolutely love this as a throwing tomahawk. One of the great things that SOG did was their blade design. That is freaking awesome. Take a look at that. And also, the spike on the back of the tomahawk is awesome too. All around, great tomahawk. They're all affordable. I mean, you can go down to Walmart and pick one of these up for 20 bucks and, you know, throw it all day long. We've had these, I don't know, how many years have we been throwing the SOG tomahawks?
For a good 3 years now, we've had that tomahawk.
Yeah, and if you can say that about a tomahawk, throwing it as much as we do, and you still have it, that's saying something. That's quality. You know, that really is. That's something I appreciate from SOG is, you know, they do a great job. So thank you guys for the awesome products you keep pumping out. I will always buy SOG products. All right, let's test this bad boy.
Tactical.
Well, these are 2x6 pine boards, and we also have 2x12s. I had about 3/4 to an inch of penetration from that throw, and I kind of lazy arm throwed that. That wasn't a solid throw. So, what's your take on the SOG Tactical?
Well, what I like about it is its balance for throwing. It is a throwing tomahawk. There's no doubt
Hands
about
down.
that. Yeah, compared to what we just saw with the Condor, this is a throwing tomahawk. And also the spike on the back, you can even get that even finer. Great penetration with that. Even a great bug out bag, I'd take this along too.
Oh, most definitely.
We could do a lot with this also. We've put this through many tests now, like 3 years of tests, and this is held up. So if you're looking to get yourself a tomahawk, a SOG Tactical is,
yeah,
I'd say one of the best throwing tomahawks that we've come across.
Well, this was actually sitting in by the fireplace. You use it to cut firewood when you're not throwing it. So that's saying something about the use of this one. It's not a toy. I mean, none of these are toys, but you know, some you get just to look at. This one, you get to do work.
You get to use it. Yep.
All right. Talking about the Estwing double bit. You know, I've worked in construction my whole life.
And I've worked in construction my whole life.
So it's kind of funny to see Estwing do this. The second I was at Home Depot and I saw this, I had to have one. I mean, it was immediate. I was like, I don't care. I'm spending the $30 and I'm buying this Tomahawk. I don't care if I never throw it. Immediately when you pick it up, it feels like an Estwing hammer.
It does, right away.
I mean, right away. It's so funny.
As soon as I saw it, as you can see, it does say Estwing on it. And I'll tell you, when you throw it, you feel the weight.
Yeah,
you feel the weight.
You do feel the weight.
But I'm not going to pick on. We're going to test it here, but I feel like we're about to throw a hammer.
I've done that before.
Yeah, same here. We won't talk about that, but we will throw this today and give you a rundown on what we think as far as balance and how it rotates as far as the balance in it, and we'll see how it does.
I will say this, if it holds up the way my hammer held up over the years, I've had mine going on 5 years now, and I've not changed hammers. I mean, flawless. I love their hammers. If this thing lasts as long as that, I would put this in the running with the Condor.
Yeah, just saying. I had one over 20 years, so I got a couple of years on this guy. Okay.
Estwing time.
All right.
Well, look at that penetration.
You want to be not throwing hammers here, or actually this Tomahawk, I think actually went the whole way through the board.
We have penetration. We have 1/8 of an inch of penetration on the other side. I'll go 16th. I'm not gonna say 1/8. Right there.
So what you're saying is this just penetrated a 2x6 the whole way through on, would you say that was a medium throw by you? That wasn't a hard hammer throw.
No, and I wasn't. I just did a spin and toss right there. That's all it was.
I could say I was impressed. Let's see.
I'm impressed too.
Oh yeah.
And just so everybody knows, this isn't something that I've thrown. I mean, this is literally, we bought it. It's been sitting at the house for months. And we decided to shoot this video and
just started throwing it. And I know that one thing that I heard. Did you hear what I heard? Estwing gives you a little bit of whistle as it's going.
Whistle. It had that SOG Tactical whistle.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I can say I was pleasantly surprised with it.
As was I.
Okay. So out of 5, what are we giving this guy?
Oh, the rating for this.
I might have to go with a 3.
Really? A 3?
Yeah, I know you like it, but it still feels like a hammer. I don't know.
It does feel like a hammer. I'm gonna have to go with a 4. I mean, it's not my favorite, but man, that thing is fun to throw.
You know, it's funny, you threw it too, so. All right.
On to the next one?
Yep.
This is the SOG Wicked Tactical Double-Headed Axe.
Yeah.
Right away you pick it up and you're like, yup, it's a SOG. It's weighted perfectly. I mean, it is just,
look at that.
You know, it's gonna,
I think that's good balance right there.
It is. It's perfect balance. Yeah.
All right. What I like is as soon as you pick, you feel. Now we have one of the other Tomahawks that we just shot with that Estwing.
Yeah,
but then you pick this up. I feel like you could camp axe this. But also as a throwing Tomahawk, I think this is going to throw perfectly. I feel the weight. I look at how they did the tang. They were able to put both hex head screws as far as there, and then also the steel band that holds it in place, and the handles that SOG gets. I don't think we can stop praising SOG on their stuff.
No, SOG is seriously, they've never let me down. I mean, I've carried a SOG. You carried a SOG.
For many years. Yeah. So let's give this a rundown. Let's give this a test. I'm excited for this one.
Me too. Try this underhand. That was low. Do the old turn and toss. Oh my goodness. That is just so balanced. It's perfect.
I can't help but when I saw you turn and throw, I thought, oh, that's done deal. Let's go check it out.
No, we really can't be honest about penetration on that one, because I did kind of hit in between the 2x6s, which, you know.
Yeah, it's going to take away on our penetration test. But as far as how'd that feel?
Balance is phenomenal. I mean, even throwing it upside down. And honestly, I'm not trying to say that I didn't try, but you could throw this Tomahawk without even trying, or even if you're new to Tomahawks, buy this SOG. I mean, it
Absolutely.
is a great way to learn. Just with the balance, you throw it, you're going to be confident. I'm confident when I throw it. I mean, that's the true term.
Yeah, I think so too. And when you are throwing these Tomahawks, the good thing to do is we were able to construct this, in less than about 5 minutes. We were able to put 2x6s together. And the reason we say this is because we want to definitely don't want to be chopping in trees and things like that. We'd rather have a target like this that we can hit. And all Tomahawks and different, any kind of edge weapons with just a simple, here's 2x8s and 2x6s put together with a couple things on the back, and we screw this together, and a great target. And then when these wear out, we just replace them and put new in there.
Yeah, you just keep going. It's a great thing. Let's talk about rating. I'm going to give it a 5. I mean, personally, one of my favorites to throw. Both the SOG Tomahawks are my favorites to throw right now. I'm going to give both of them 5s, definitely.
I'm definitely going to have to give it a 5 also.
Are you?
Yeah, when I saw you throw it underhand, I was kind of jealous. So I gotta work on that too. So
I got to work on a little bit, but yeah.
All right,
5.
All right, 5 for the SOG double head. Absolutely.
Cool. Let's talk about the Cold Steel Trench Hawk.
You can take a look at this. You can actually see how Cold Steel put this together. Of course, it looks like polymer handle, and I can see the design. As you can see, it comes down. I'd say we're only getting 1/4 of the way into the handle, and we have 2 hex head bolts holding it in place with back rivets on them. A carbon steel head.
Yeah.
Feels balanced. Looks like you're able to put your hand. They got finger grips in there for you. So it looks like, as far as a throwing Tomahawk, I'm going to say this is not more of a camp. This is actually a throwing Tomahawk.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say that. And this one's been through, we put this through the tests already for many years. We've actually had it dulled down a little. We've had some rough throws with it.
Yeah, we have.
So we're going to give this a try and see how this throws, and give a shout out to the Cold Steel guys and see how this throws as far as accuracy too.
Yeah, that's a big thing I like, is accuracy. I know we're just kind of showing you, giving you our opinion and what we personally like. We're not really getting into accuracy.
Right.
Well, down the road, we are going to do a video where we're going to do some crazy stuff with these Tomahawks and maybe throw in some handguns and really make it interesting.
Yeah, we've got some special videos
coming this summer.
Yep, this summer.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're going to give this a little test here and see how it throws. We are throwing about 10 yards on all our throws that you've seen is about a 10-yard throw. Okay, so that's been typical for us. I'd say that was pretty accurate. Well, here we are. What do you think of the penetration here?
I like the penetration.
Yeah, it's not
about, 5/8, 3/4 of an inch.
Do you know what I think the difference is?
What's that?
Is that just snapped out of there easy? Feel the light weight of the polymer handle.
I think that is an issue. I think another issue is they didn't extend the Tomahawk, what'd you say, this is carbon steel, down far enough that you're not going to get that penetration. As far as throwing, I think this is a great throwing Tomahawk for accuracy. And I mean, there are guys, competitive guys out there that do throw, and a Tomahawk like this is just designed perfectly for that.
Yeah, they actually have the Cold Steel Challenge where they all
do. They?
Yeah, they go out and they throw. And,
I wasn't aware of that. That's awesome.
Some of those, I like Cold Steel products. I can't say anything about it.
A little bit of flex in that.
There is a little bit of flex in there. So,
what do you say? Rating?
I'm gonna say for a throwing Tomahawk, if we're gonna rate it that way, we're gonna give it I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Camp tool?
No way.
No. Bug out, survival?
No.
No way.
Throwing? I'm gonna have to go with a 4.
Yeah.
Honestly, for throwing, this is a 4. If we're going with the survival aspect, I'm gonna give this guy a 2.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean, no disrespect.
No
disrespect to Cold Steel, but it is the handle. That is the only issue I have. I'm not gonna take this out into a survival situation and depend on this.
No way.
So yeah. Alrighty.
All right.
Well, this is something Cold Steel blew me away when I saw this.
Yeah, and just so you know, they don't make this. They discontinued this.
What's up with that, guys? Come on.
Yeah, we're kind of... This is the best throwing tomahawk that...
Double-headed tomahawk.
Yeah, I think that I've ever thrown. And if you can notice...
That's more of an axe. Good
yeah.
Lord.
Look at the handle. You're probably looking at this and saying, well, wait a second. That's not how the bad axe... It is not. This is my 5th handle, Cold Steel. And you're saying, well, you should throw and don't hit the handle, right? I understand that, guys. But listen, I had to go the whole way to an ash shovel handle, cut it off, install it, put the screws in. Didn't design it your way, Cold Steel, but I'll tell you what, we love your stamped carbon steel and the strength and how this is balanced to throw. Just so you know, we've made throws with this up to 30 yards, accurately. 30 yards. From 10 to 20 to 30 yards.
Yep. Awesome axe. I love it.
Well, let's give this thing a try and see how it works.
Alrighty.
All right, now we'll give the Cold Steel bad axe, we'll give him a try and see how he does. Not bad. Yeah.
Like father, like son, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. We are kind of like, I think it's the design. A plate carbon steel stamped.
Yeah.
Will pierce. I've seen this thing go through the 2x6s. No.
Oh, I know.
And it's like, and the design. Oh, there goes our target. So
It was the last
throwing one. So, well, what would you say? As far as the throwing tomahawk, it's a 5.7 for me.
It's a definite 5.
Yeah, it is a 5 for a throwing. Cold Steel, if you could come up with the handle and change the handle design.
You have one heck of a throwing axe right there.
If anyone can find this out on the market, it has been discontinued. You have yourself one of the best throwing tomahawks I've ever seen. For accuracy at distance, like I said, I've made throws up to 30 yards.
Accurately. Mind you, not this, 10 feet up, on a target. We're talking accurate throws. I mean, it is impressive.
Yeah. And if you have to, and you do find one of these, you can find yourself some ash. You can go to your local hardware store. And if
Lowe's or Home Depot.
And get yourself, you can see where it goes down and fits down into the shovel. It actually fits in there almost perfectly.
How did you determine, not to cut you off, but how did you determine the length for the handle itself?
I did go with the original.
So you went with the original length that Cold Steel offered. Okay.
And I think, if I remember correctly, it was 18 inches.
Okay.
Now, I originally thought from their design, they actually have a screw also that fits right here. And the original design, you actually put a screw into the face of the handle. But I just went with this. I went down here and used the double screws.
Did you drill that?
No, I did not.
I
used an impact gun, and I put the hammer down on this. Now, I did cut this and drive it with a hammer until it was in here so tight. I can feel
there's no vibrations whatsoever.
None.
So, I mean, this is just a great fix. If you do have one of these and you're wondering, that right there is hands down. And we should have filmed a video on a way to manufacture your own handles for the bad axe.
I think we might do that just so people can see. And if you're wondering as you look at this, does it bend? It's spring. It's like it's stamped. And when it hits, I've had no bend, nothing different in this at all. I've seen nothing as far as any give. It is straight. This has had over 1,000 throws.
Easily. We've had it for
maybe about 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah.
So we're really pretty high on the bad axe.
Yeah.
So Cold Steel, please bring it back.
We do have a surprise.
Yes.
And I do believe it's a Cold Steel surprise. Yeah. Is it not?
Yes, it is.
Well, let's go take a look at what our surprise is.
All right, let's go get it. Well, here's our surprise. I remember as a kid growing up getting throwing stars at the local flea market and thinking I was a ninja or something like that. And now Cold Steel decides they're going to make something called the Battle Star. And this is from what I understand, this is a 10-inch width blade from end to end. And they're heavy throwing stars.
They are.
They are. Now, You will notice that the Conestoga Ninja decided that he said, you know what, they are a little slippery, so we're going to put grip tape on here from your local Home Depot or your hardware store just to give us a better grip when we throw them. But you're going to see that these are very accurate when we throw them.
The other thing, you know, if you're getting your kids into throwing and you want a good start, I would say right here is a great start for your kids. I mean, if you're looking to get them started in throwing, actually, this is my dad, if you can't tell. He got us into throwing with the M7 bayonets.
Correct.
And stuff like these stars. So, great way to teach the kids. So, on our way out, finishing up this video, we're going to toss these bad boys. And
same distance, 10 yards. Nice.
All right, just look at this penetration here. I mean, that is definitely impressive for as far as a star goes. I mean, I could barely even get this thing out, and it's making me look like a little sissy right now, but they are in there.
Would you say you had there? I'd say you had 1.5 inches of penetration.
Yeah, 1.5 inches of penetration, which is awesome out of something that doesn't have as much weight as an axe or a tomahawk. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel and go check out the Conestoga Ninja on Facebook. Check us out on Facebook. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
God bless America.